coming from Uttanasana, often the student will make their way into Urdhva Uttanasana, and that's halfway lift. So the way that I cue it is to plant the palms on the shins and look up halfway. Now look at what we have here. We have a very neutral spine. Shane's looking forward but not up, so he's not kinking the back of his neck. I'm going to do the hands on here, and then we'll look at the ways that students are often doing things. So it's exactly the same as the forward fold. You want to stabilize and then just run your fingers in the line of energy. Again, you can massage out the neck, but often these postures, we're breaking down sun salutations. So most of the time people are moving rather quickly. What often happens is the student will plant the palms beside the feet and look up. Right. So now, I mean, Shane has a pretty nice straight spine here, which is great. And look at the crunching happening in the neck. So often the student is really focused with looking up. And repeated use of this can cause injuries. So a lot of the problems with yoga that are injury are repetitive use injuries. Right, so look at the difference here. Great, thank you. I want to just introduce here right now that often our egos come into play in a yoga class. So there is this part of us that really wants to look the way someone does on a magazine, or do it just the best and the deepest that we can. And there's a whole conversation and so much to learn on anatomy. So if you want to learn more, take my anatomy course. One of the things that I ask is to learn the difference between aesthetic and functional yoga, because that's what I'm teaching. I'm teaching functional yoga, not what your posture should look like, but how does it feel in your body. I don't want you to look a certain way, but I do want you to feel a certain way. And it's not the way you do when you're trying to look like you think you should be looking. So I ask, as we move through these postures, that you learn to see where the ego is kicking in that you might not even know. And this is one of the postures, when you keep your hands beside your feet and try to lift up as high as you can and look up. After some time, yes, the body starts to stretch, and it is easier to do that and stay in anatomical alignment.